I want to turn to now what the president has been saying about the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. We just played some sound from that and his tweets, obviously. Your thoughts on this and a president and an Attorney General that obviously doesn't have the confidence of the president?
Well, Brett, it's sad for me on a number of levels. Having worked in the Justice Department, I view that job differently from other government jobs, other cabinet level jobs. I don't think personnel decisions are usually well resolved over Twitter. I think the president's frustration was not the recusal. I hope it wasn't, because I don't think Attorney General Sessions had a choice but to recuse himself. If the president's going to be frustrated, he should be frustrated by what led up to the recusal, which was Senator Sessions had a faulty memory. I think that's what led him to have to recuse himself. The recusal itself was appropriate. His failure to recall meetings with the Russian ambassador is what led him to that point. And if the president's frustrated about that, I understand his frustration, but you work all that out during the interview process, not after you get the job.
But if you're Attorney General and you're reading and hearing all of this, are you resigning?
Well, you should immediately leave any country where I was the Attorney General. I would not stay if my employer had lost confidence in me. But on the other hand, Attorney General Sessions may believe that he is doing the job the way he is supposed to. He doesn't work for the president. He works for a blindfolded woman holding a set of scales. So he's got to make that call. It's a very difficult circumstance. And again, I view that job differently than I do Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Agriculture. It is heartbreaking to me as a former DOJ employee to see public squabbling between the commander-in-chief and the nation's top law enforcement officer.
Do you think that this will be resolved, all of these investigations, anytime soon?
I hope so. Brett, we are, again, we'll do 3 interviews this week. Part of that depends upon the pace with which the Democrats on the House side act. And based on what I heard this morning, which was cramming 5 minutes of questioning into 3 hours, they benefit from this lasting as long as possible. Those with California Senate ambitions and others benefit from this lasting as long as possible. So at some point, I hope our leaders on our side will say, we're going to march forward with or without you. And again, Bob Mueller, which I think is what most people are waiting on. I hope they're not waiting on Congress to unlock the mysteries of the world. I hope they're waiting on Bob Mueller. I don't have any idea how long that's going to take.
Last thing, put your health care hat on. The Senate moves forward with the motion to proceed. They're now amending the bill. If the Senate finally gets to something that they're going to pass and they go to conference committee, are you confident that you all can get something through?
I am. That's a lot of ifs, and that might be the 7th sign of the apocalypse if all that happened. But yes, I think that we can pass something if the Senate is able to do so.
All right. Mr. Chairman, thanks for the time. Yes.